We gonna have a quick fun video. I've been telling my cousin about sports, and I've been telling him about the Memphis Grizzlies. So I'm just gonna break down the stats and tell you what I think about them. So to me, Memphis Grizzlies is a 50-win team, but they missing a guard to me, and we gonna pull up the stats. But before that, I want to pull up the stats while I'm talking. But uh, the Memphis Grizzlies is a team that has a good inside game. They pound the ball. They know how to score. They know how to play off their role player. Their role players know their role. But they're a team to me that's almost there. They don't have the cap space to make no big moves without giving up their players that they need.
Imagine the speed of Time Warner Cable's new Ultimate Internet with speeds up to 100.
Yeah, my bad about that. So this is I'm about to go down the stats and tell you why. The Memphis Grizzlies are a team that can win 50 games. They took OKC to 7 games last year. They're a team that's on the verge of, to me, they're a team that's on the verge of winning a championship. They got the right role player. They got the right pieces. They just missing one thing. They can win 50 games without a go-to scorer, without a playmaker that can score. Mike Conley stepped his game up, became a better player. Marc Gasol was the defensive player of the year. Zach Randolph just got a 2-year contract, so they're keeping the team together. But they just need another superstar. They just need a superstar player. I know they ain't gonna have the cap space for this. Or they can just draft this player, or they can just trade for a young player that can have that potential. But they just need that last little push. And I'm about to go down the stats and tell you why. First, last year they was 27th in overall in points per game. This team won 50 games, only scoring 96 points per game. They only scored 96.1 points per game. That's almost dead last in the NBA just in scoring per game. They was 19th in rebounds per game with 42 a game. That's decent. They was 14th in assists at 21.9 a game. That's middle of the pack too. And points allowed, everybody know they one of the best defensive teams. They was third in points allowed, allowing their opponent to score 94 points against them. So they outscoring their opponent by 2 points. So they having grind. That's what they call themselves, the grind house. You got to go there and work for your W. You got to work through their offense. You got to work with your offense. You got to force them. You got to fight and everything with this offense. Like offensively against this team. They lock down defensively. Top 3 in defense. But if the management would just suck it up and just pay a player, like just fuck the salary, like this, we trying to win championships. The whole point of the NBA is not to just make money; it's to win championship for the city. If the owners and the manager just suck it up and just pay the salary tax, fuck it, you can win championships. This team has Mike Conley, Tayshaun Prince, Tony Allen, great defensive players and role players. All they need is a player like just say if Carmelo went there. Just say if just another scorer. Like I know they can't afford it, some kind of a max deal player like that. But just imagine if they had a player that can put up 20. That automatically put them in. They wouldn't even be at the bottom line. A person they had the same system. There's a player that can create his own shot, score baskets when they need it. They'll automatically go from 27 to middle of the pack or even in the top 10. Just because the role players have an easier role when somebody is more aggressive. They get more easier spot ups, better pick and rolls, better everything. They had a player that was aggressive. And the player that can score at will, knock down shots, get to the paint, get to the free throw line. All of their offensive numbers will be up. They already there defensively. Offensively, they need a person that can give them that last push. And Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol and Mike Conley not getting no younger. I mean, they getting older. And they all up in age now. Like Mike Conley barely in his 20s, Zach Randolph in his 30s. Marc Gasol pushing 30. These players on Memphis ain't getting nowhere near the help from management that they need to compete for a championship. This team can win 50 games with a horrible offense. They just need that go-to player that can rebound, score, and pass. An all-around player, like they got Vince Carter. Like they had the Vince Carter in Toronto. I would pick this team to be up there with San Antonio and OKC and the Clippers. If they had that kind of Vince Carter, like he can score 25 points, he can get you 5 rebounds, he can get you 5 assists, and he can shoot 45% from the field. I like, okay, I put Memphis up there with them. They probably can beat them. Like I said, they just went 7 games with OKC, and the last time they played OKC, they beat them, but that's because they had Westbrook. But even this year with Westbrook, they still went 7 games with OKC, and they still won 50 games. Memphis just need that all around go-to scorer, but he has to be decent on defense too, so he can fit in with the stopping opponent from scoring. But they had a player that can do all around things and score, like a shooting guard or a small forward. This team will easily be one of the best teams in the NBA. Not the best team in the West, top 5 teams in the NBA. So I just want to do a quick video and show you the stats of how Memphis, they just missing one last piece to take them to the next level of being an NBA championship contender or even an NBA championship. I don't know if they're going to do it through draft. I don't know if they're going to give up one of their pieces like Marcus Gasol and something else for a scorer. They need to do something because Marcus Gasol not getting no younger. He about to be a free agent. Zach Randolph is already older. Mike Conley getting older. Tayshaun Prince is old. Tony Allen is older. This team that they have is not going to be winning them no championship no time soon. So it's up to management to put the right pieces to help this team win a championship as soon as possible, which the manager is supposed to do. And I don't feel these last couple of years Memphis management has been doing the right things. They got rid of Rudy Gay, and that helped them out. But now they just showing to me they're gonna be a team that's always gonna be there. That's never gonna be over the hump. Like, you know what they remind me of? The Atlanta Hawks when they had Joe Johnson, Al Horford, and Josh Smith, and then they even added Jamal Crawford. There was a team that looks good on paper that couldn't get to that finals, couldn't get to that Eastern Conference final. There was a team that can make the playoffs, win 50, 45 games every year, but couldn't win a championship or come close to winning one. That's what Memphis is. They can get to the first. They can get out the first round. They can get to the Western Conference Finals. Well, they only got there because Westbrook was injured. But they can get to the second round, but they ain't gonna win nothing farther than that. So I just want to do a quick video about the Memphis Grizzlies, how close they is to being a championship team. It's up to management to take them to that next level. But we're going to see. This team is a team that's not getting younger. They need to make moves now to make them win a championship. Quinn W20 signing out. Quinn Wade, comment. I respond to every comment. Like the video, you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more of my videos, and check out my older videos to get a taste of my channel and just to see what I'm talking about on my other channels, on my other videos. Quinn W20 signing out. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. NBA Talk, Memphis Grizzlies.